Dangerous Animals is a brand new horror shark film from Australia. This was directed by Byrne and starring Jai Courtney, also written by Nick Leopard, if I'm pronouncing those names correctly. And this is brand new from 2025. I don't know how big of a release it got, but it has recently been added to streaming where I watched it. And this is a shark movie and serial killer film. Basically, what we have going on is a serial killer who uses shark as his kill weapon of sorts. And this guy, played by Dry Courtney, by the way, is obsessed with sharks. And according to the main victim of the film and like the final girl of the film, loves to hear the sound of his own voice, especially when talking about sharks. This guy is just he relates to the sharks. He compares his personality and his being to sharks, and he captures people and takes them out on his boat, and basically slowly feeds them to the sharks. He has this big crane thing that he straps the people to, and like brings them down and puts them in the water and does all kinds of stuff. He also takes his kills seriously. So we're dealing with like a killer who likes to, without spoiling much, like take souvenirs of sorts, you could say. Like he's a Dexter type. He doesn't obviously kill anyone good. He just kills whoever the hell happens to come his way. He has that joy of killing, but he uses sharks as his, like I said, his main thing. It's his shtick. But he takes his serial killing career seriously, as you know, seriously as a killer can, I guess. He has like his methods, kind of thing. His there's things he does that are consistent, you could say. Um, like I said, I'm trying not to spoil the film because I want to keep this film completely. Well, I want to keep it as spoiler free as I can, but it's it's a fairly simple premise, you could say. The kills are great. I mean, the practical effects and the gore is really really good. Like it's a tense, thrilling film. It does keep you on the edge of your seat. The characters, the protagonists of the film, they're fine. They're fairly memorable, especially the lead girl. The lead girl's fantastic. I haven't seen her in anything really. This is the first film I've seen her in. She has this Jennifer Lawrence look to her, and she's a very pretty girl. And she is a badass when it comes to like fighting back. Like she's vicious and she has strength in her, and she's memorable in that way. Now, this film for the most part takes itself seriously, but it does have some moments where you need to stretch your belief, and it does have some moments definitely where it definitely gets far fetched with certain things that go on. One in particular, I certainly rolled my eyes at because it just felt so unrealistic to me, and not believable. And the thing is, because this film takes itself so seriously, it's harder to roll with it. Like I was comparing this film a lot to Final Destination Bloodlines, and I I I found my enjoyment for both films quite similar, except with Final Destination Bloodlines, it was easier to roll with the campiness because the whole film wore the campiness on its sleeve. Whereas with this one, it has some moments of camp in it, and it has, for the most part, it's not a film to be taken seriously, but because the film takes itself seriously way more than Bloodlines did, it's harder it's harder to accept those moments as just, oh, we're just going to go with it kind of thing. And that's the only, it's not really a flaw or a critique. It's just the only thing about this film that it was harder to accept. It was harder to accept those moments of ridiculousness just because of how the tone of the rest of the film was, kind of thing, if you know what I mean. But Jai Courtney kills it. I think he has the best performance in this film. And then the main actress kills it as well with her feistiness and her refusal to give up on anything. And there is this other character that does come in, and he's quite a main character, I would say. I won't get into detail on who he is or where he comes from or anything like that. But this film also got kind of cheesy in other moments too, which that I would say is kind of a critique. I think this film goes a little bit overly cheesy sometimes, but again, it's supposed to go with its campy nature and its style and the funness of the movie. So it is a film that does take itself seriously, but also knows what it is and can be campy at times. And again, comparing to Bloodlines is more of a film that's campy throughout and only campy throughout, in my opinion. But Dangerous Animals was fun. It's a really, really good flick and shot very well. And it's a really tense horror thriller that is fun through the whole thing. It's just a fun, suspenseful flick, and it's a really well made shark film that also dives into a lot of horror elements. There's one element that, again, it has to do with what Jai Courtney does as a serial killer that I really liked. It's one of his things that he does that I really enjoyed and found kind of disturbing, um, for the idea of it, but very believable again for the kind of character that he is. So go check it out for yourself if it sounds up your alley. I hope I didn't reveal too much in this review because I like to keep things spoiler free. However, when it comes to films that personally that I don't want to hear anything about, I just don't watch any reviews. So I figure if you're watching this, either you've seen the film already or you just want to get a little bit of a idea of it. But if you have seen it already, let me know in the comments what you think. If not, go check it out if it sounds up your alley, because it is streaming now. And subscribe to Marketing Film Fan if you like to listen to my voice or if you like my film reviews. I'll be back with more soon, so stay tuned for those. Check out what's on the channel already. Stay tuned for what's coming. Until next review, have a good one. Take care and cheers.